is one of the premier cities in the world. It's a vacation destination for tons of people from around the globe every year, and for good reason. From its architecture to its gorgeous sights to its amazing food and fantastic art museums, Madrid really is a wondrous place to spend time. And of course, as one of the world's major metropolises, there are countless attractions to visit and things to do. We couldn't possibly fit anywhere close to all the things you should see in Madrid into one video, but in this video we're taking a look at a few select things we think you shouldn't miss in this incredible city. So stay tuned as Viewcation presents the best things to do in Madrid, Spain. The Prado Museum and others. If you're a fan of art, Madrid is one city you will adore. It's full of amazing galleries that host historic and incredible works of art, plus a lot of them don't cost anything to enter. And the ones that do often have certain days or times where they don't. So you really can check out a ton of great art for not a lot of money. There's no more famous art museum than the Museo del Prado. As Madrid's top art gallery, it welcomes the most visitors of any of Madrid's many attractions. And for good reason. It has 100 rooms worth of art and more than 2,300 pieces that fill up those rooms. They've managed to secure works from some of the masters, and walking the Prado is like a journey through time. Of course, you'll want to grab tickets beforehand online, which will allow you to skip some of the long lines. And if the Prado is a little too crowded for your liking, there are plenty of other great museums in the city. The Reine Sofia Museum is almost as famous as the Prado, and it's considered Spain's national art museum for art from the 1900s. So that's a must visit, regardless of whether you see the art at the Prado. And in fact, the Reine Sofia and Prado are considered two parts of the Golden Triangle of art in Madrid. The final piece to that triangle is the Thyssen-Bornemisza Museum, which holds contemporary and historic pieces and is a wonder in and of itself. Palacio de Cristal. The Palacio de Cristal, which translates to Crystal Palace, sits in Buen Retiro Park and is quite the sight to behold. It was constructed in 1887 and based on a structure in London that had been built a few decades earlier. The Crystal Palace is a tremendous piece of art itself, and it was built as an exhibition space to house other art inside it. Though originally it was thought that the Crystal Palace would be more of a greenhouse than an art museum, as such the first exhibit it held was a group of exotic plants from Vietnam that were imported specifically for the palace's opening. But over the years, it's expanded in function to hold other types of art inside it. This Baroque structure is a wonder to look at, with glass walls and a glass dome sitting on top of a red brick base. As you look at it and wander around the outside, you'll get reflections of the lush greenery that surrounds it in the park, as well as an easy glimpse into the art it contains inside. There's a cool-looking boat landing on the nearby lake, and the palace's entrance is enhanced by gorgeous columns. All in all, it's a fascinating building that shouldn't be missed. You can go any time of year to enjoy it, though in the fall it's particularly beautiful amongst the changing leaves of the surrounding trees. Before we tell you more about the best things to do in Madrid, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Royal Palace. This grand palace used to house the Spanish royal family, and that meant it was the home of kings from Charles III to Alfonso XIII. And it wasn't a humble abode either. It has 3,000 rooms, for example. These days, it's strictly used for official government ceremonies and as a tourist attraction. So that means it's a perfect place to visit when you're in Madrid. It's a vast and impressive building, but before you even get to it, you'll love the expansive courtyard outside it as well as the iron gate that protects it. And then you'll enjoy the interior even more. Its ornate interior is a wonder to behold, and features like a huge entryway staircase only add to its glamour and mystique. You could walk around and check out great art displayed in the painting gallery too. And be sure not to miss the Royal Armory. It's an interesting look back at the history of Spanish weaponry, as it displays weapons and armor from back to the 1200s. As you make your way towards the back of the building, you'll be treated with an incredible view of a countryside vista. Since this is a popular attraction, you should expect to wait in line for a bit, though you can avoid them by booking a guided tour. And if you happen to be in town on a Wednesday, you should plan your visit around the changing of the guard ceremony, which is a cool thing to watch. The Rocker Grandma. It's not every day you get to see a grandmother proudly holding up the metal horn sign, and it's even more rare to see a bronze statue of it. In the 1980s, a woman named Ángeles Rodriguez Hidalgo decided to go with her grandson to a local heavy metal concert. At age 70, she'd never heard heavy metal before, but figured she'd be supportive. Plus, the neighborhood where they lived, Vallecas, was developing a blossoming heavy metal scene in those years. But instead of simply gritting her teeth and getting through the night, turns out she loved it. She instantly became a huge heavy metal fan, and for the rest of her years, never missed a chance to hit up a local show. So much so, she became a local celebrity in the rock and roll scene in Madrid in the 80s. She earned the nickname La Abuela Rockera, or the rocker grandma. TV and radio shows collaborated with her, and she ended up writing a music column in the magazine Heavy Rock. She earned ultimate cool points when heavy metal band Panzer put her on their album cover. She was clad in all leather and sticking out her hand in the classic metal horns. So when she died in the 90s, a local artist wanted to memorialize her. Artist Carmen Jorba built a bronze version of the rocker grandma, which copied the stance she had on the Panzer cover. It's a really cool and unlikely attraction you should check out in the neighborhood of Vallecas. El Rastro. A great way to experience Madrid is to check out a local flea market for authentic and homemade Spanish goods, and there's no better one in Madrid than El Rastro. It happens on Sunday mornings, right next to the La Latina metro station. It's a glorious array of booths and vendors selling a huge variety of goods. You'll find everything from toys and clothes to Spanish souvenirs to bring home from your trip to flamenco fans. And lots of food. It's an excellent way to support the local economy since a large percentage of the goods and food items are made by the vendors. Bernabeu Stadium. If you know anything about world football, that's soccer to us Americans, then you've heard of the legendary team Real Madrid. They play at the Bernabeu Stadium, which is a sight to behold. For starters, if you can manage to snag tickets to a game, it's an experience you won't soon forget. The passion of the Madrid fans is unrivaled, and given that Real Madrid is a perennial world powerhouse, you'll likely see them win, which is even more fun. But even if you don't see a game, you can check out the stadium. They offer daily tours that'll take you into the team's dressing room and the presidential box, as well as around the stadium. You'll even be able to check out the Best Club in History room, as well as a gorgeous view of the field. What's amazing is they even do tours on game days. So if you snag a ticket, you can do your tour before the game and then stick around to root on the home team. Obviously, this list is just a drop in the bucket when it comes to amazing things to do and see in Madrid. It's one of the top cities to visit, and we recommend it highly. Now it's time to hear from you. Have you ever been to Madrid? If not, do you think you'll ever go there? Let us know in the comments section below.